Peace. It's been a minute since I've been on YouTube doing a video, and in the midst of the hype of the Black Panther movie, I want to talk about that a little bit. Not specifically about the movie itself, about any criticisms of the movie. I haven't seen the movie, so I can't criticize the movie. But what I can do is talk about some of the things, you know, that we're hearing. Number one, Black Panther was a character that was created by Stan Lieber in 1966, along with other Asiatic cartoon characters that he created, comic book characters. He created Black Panther, Black Falcon, Black Lightning, Green Lantern. You know what I'm saying? Dr. Voodoo. These were characters that Stan Lieber put together in the comic books. So in this day and time, you have the Black Panther movie coming out. Great thing. You understand? It has an all Caucasian production. It has a quote-unquote Asiatic director, and it has an all-Asiatic all-star cast, right? Okay, not an issue. My problem is how when you get something of this spectacular, a monumental event, such as a movie of this accord, which is going to probably break all box office records because, quote-unquote, every Asiatic in America and abroad is going to see this movie. It's going to break all types of records. Walt Disney is going to make billions and billions of dollars. Disney is going to make billions and billions of dollars. You understand? In the way that we as people of color are coming out to support this movie. The mass numbers that we're coming out in to support this movie, this monumental movie, you know what I'm saying? It's going to be monumental itself. It's going to break records on all accords. You understand what I'm saying? So my thing is this, number one, how come we as a people can't get together and get freedom the same way we get together to support this movie, putting all our money on this movie? How come we can't get together and do the same thing as a holistic group of people? You know why? Because we love being entertained. We love entertainment. You know what I'm saying? So the European has given us a production of all Asiatic people. In a sense, he had to, because Stan Lee's comic book character, the Black Panther, is based on this look. You understand what I'm saying? So it had to be that, which is a beautiful thing. And look at the timing that this movie is dropping. The timing is very important. Timing is everything. You understand what I'm saying? When you're taking a look at the current world, what's happening in the real world with people of color, and then you look at the dropping of Black Panther and the timing that is dropped, everything is done on purpose. Everything is done through an agenda. You understand what I'm saying? And everything is done for the reason that it's done. You see? So now, my thing would be this. My big issue is how you have a particular demographic, a particular population, right, that's criticizing the Black Panther movie for not having LGBTQ influences in the movie, or supporting casts in the movie that are lesbian, gay, transsexual, bisexual, or whatever in this movie. You see what I'm saying? And they're making a big fuss out of it. Black Panther has missed its chance to show LGBTQ, and it's missed its chance to do this, and it's missed its chance to do that. But why must Black Panther show LGBTQ? Did Ant-Man show LGBTQ? Did Iron Man and Iron Man 2 show LGBTQ? Did the X-Men, did Captain America 1 and 2 show LGBTQ? Did all of the X-Men stories show anything related to LGBTQ? Did Superman show anything related? Batman stories? Did any of these Marvel comic movies show anything related to LGBTQ? No. So why are you criticizing and saying that it's a problem that Black Panther hasn't touched LGBTQ things when no other movie has touched it from a Marvel perspective, and nobody has questioned why those movies haven't touched it from a Marvel perspective? I know why, because those movies are Caucasian movies. Because those movies are full of Caucasian characters. You see what I'm saying? And because it has a Caucasian paradigm. Now you're doing something monumental, right? Something monumental is such as this movie. And the thing is, you want to press the issue of why homosexuality isn't shown in the movie. Maybe because in the original annals of African history, there was no word for homosexual. Maybe that's a recent word. You understand what I'm saying? In the last, I don't know, hundreds of years, maybe, I don't know. But I know that at one point in time, that word did not exist on the continent. It's more of a relevant in a recent word. So why would anyone want to push the LGBTQ thing on a Black Panther movie? I know why, because it's men of color in this movie. It's women of color in this movie. And the agenda is to effeminize and to masculinize, to effeminize men and to masculinize our sisters. That's the whole thing, is to switch the gender roles. So you see what I'm saying? This is what they want to do. This is why they're saying Black Panther missed the chance. No, what they're saying is that we're pissed off because you didn't put anything gay in this movie that could influence those who are going to come and watch this movie. You understand what I'm saying? We're mad because you didn't put any transsexual, gay, bisexual, lesbian imagery in this flick. Because now you're not subliminally suggesting and implanting these ideas into your children. See, our children, you know what I mean, are going to see these movies. People are talking about, this is a great way for a child to see a hero. Yo, what about you? Can't you be a hero? You're a parent. Aren't you a hero? You should be a hero daily. Dealing on this level. You see what I'm saying? So I'm not going to allow them to try to shake up the world with the conflict, with the criticism. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure I will see Black Panther, but I won't see it under the guise and under the methodology of the way in which everybody else is going to see it. I'm not going to get Disney rich. I'm going to wait for it to come out. I'm going to wait for it. I'm not going to go to the movie theater and spend all my money up and support a movie that really has no bearing on my real reality. You understand what I'm saying? There's no freedom. See, the same thing happened back in the 70s and the 80s when things got real thick and when things got real sticky and people were beginning to wake up and wake up at such a tremendous rate. What did they do? They distracted you and shifted your brains back to a passive state by putting things in the movies for you because we love to be entertained. You can go all the way back to the Harlem Renaissance and back to the Garvey movement and see why the Garvey movement was kind of thwarted by the Harlem Renaissance, because Negroes like to sing and dance. We want to entertain and we want to be entertained. We want to see ourselves in movie screens and on TV and so on and so on. Because that's one thing that we scream about all the time. We have no representation in movies, in the Grammys, and blah, blah, blah. That's not reality. That's Hollywood. That's Hollywood. None of that is reality. Why would you want representation inside of an illusion? Why would you need representation inside of an illusion? Who needs that? How does that go down? You see what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is we can't allow somebody else's agenda to come into our agendas. We can't allow somebody else to create the agenda for us. If we want more heroes, then let's start making our own movies. Let's start creating our own comic books. Let's start doing the things that's necessary for us to be a people instead of being codependent on somebody else to give us what we think we need, to give us entertainment. We can entertain ourselves, and we can entertain ourselves from a truthful perspective. You see what I'm saying? So you want to be duped and entertained. You want to be duped, entertained, and you want to be pacified. You really don't want to do the work. You want, like in the 70s, you want Tommy Gibbs to do the work and Black Caesar or Hell Up in Harlem. You know what I'm saying? That's what you want to, that's what you want to do the work. You want Nino Brown to do the work. You see what I'm saying? But you don't want to do the work because entertainment is much more important to us. And the system knows that when things is not looking good for them and we beginning to run our mouths too much, they'll put out a drama. They'll put out a magnificent drama and put every so-called actor of color in that movie and you will run to it. Or they'll give you one actor of color in a mainstream movie and you'll still run to it because it's one actor of color in that movie and you'll all run to see it because we want to see ourselves on the screen. But that's the illusion. That's the illusion. Because in order to be on the screen, you have to have a contract. In order to have a contract, that means that you sign your life over. That means you're still enslaved. That means there's no freedom. And to even give the semblance of freedom by tell a lie vision, telling a lie to your vision, then you already know what the game is. We love to be lied to, man. So with that being said, I'm going to just say peace and leave that alone and just step on to something else. Like I said, this Black Panther thing, this Black Panther movie is going to probably be a great movie, but I don't like the hidden agendas and the hidden criticisms that's behind the movie in regards to other demographics saying things like they missed the chance to deal with LGBTQ, issues. Why? Why? We don't need to deal with them. No other movies, no other superhero movies dealt with them. Why do we need to deal with them? I understand, again, it's the effeminization of the man and the masculinization of our women. With that being said, I'm not playing into the agenda. Peace.